Welcome to Newsmax TV. I'm Kathleen Walter at the Republican National Convention in Tampa, Florida. With me now is a very special guest, Arizona Senator Jon Kyl. He is serving his third and final term in the Senate. And Senator Kyl is the Republican whip, the second highest position on the Senate Republican leadership. And Senator Kyl, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Kathleen. Glad you're trying to shoehorn our interview in between the auditions out here, the practices.
We're happy to do it. There's great entertainment here.
There's going to be great entertainment.
Well, Republicans woke up this morning to news that Mitt Romney and Barack Obama are basically neck and neck in the polls now. How critical is Mitt Romney's performance at the convention Thursday night when he's formally introduced as the Republicans' candidate, and what does he need to do to break through?
Well, a lot of people have made up their mind in the election, but for those who have not, this is very critical. He is, in a sense, introducing himself for the first time when people are really paying attention to both give his own personal narrative and his ideas about what he will do to turn the country around, primarily in the area of the economic recovery. So in that sense, his speech is very important, as is the introduction to the American people of Ann, his wife, and some of the other speeches from some of the younger Republican leaders who are really, in another sense, the face of the Republican Party.
What does Mitt Romney's message need to be, especially for those undecided voters?
You know, his message is, I have a plan to get us out of this mess. President Obama does not. He just wants to keep on doing what he's been doing for the last 3.5 years, and we're worse off than we were 4 years ago.
What do you make of the negative tone that Barack Obama has set for his campaign?
In a sense, he signaled that early on. He wants this not to be a referendum on the Obama administration, on the things that haven't worked in his administration. So he has to pivot to focus attention on Governor Romney, find out what he can that he doesn't like about Governor Romney, and try to magnify that into all kinds of big issues that the media will then cover, and distract attention from what Governor Romney is trying to do, which is to say, look, we've got a big problem in this country. We're in very severe economic difficulties. People need jobs. We need to stop spending so much. Let's get on a recovery, and I've got a plan to do that. President Obama does not.
You touched on jobs. I know you're on the Senate Finance Committee. Jobs is a huge issue for voters this election. What needs to be done to get Americans working again, you think?
Well, in a very short period of time, what Governor Romney is focused on is, first of all, let's stop regulating our businesses to death, especially the small businesses. Can you imagine you're a plumbing contractor? You've got 48 people employed in your firm, and you know that if you hire 2 more, all of a sudden several new laws like Obamacare are now applicable to you, and you will have to meet all the mandates and the taxes and the regulations and so on. So why should you hire 2 more people? It's going to cost you a lot of money to do that. Taxation, I mentioned, and Obamacare itself has 21 new taxes. We face the biggest tax increase in the history of the country on January 1st if the President and the Congress don't stop it. Third, let's use our own energy resources. Governor Romney says we've got so many resources in this country that the President has put off limits to exploration, that it would help American families as well as American businesses if we can get energy production going again. And he has several other points as well, but the main thing is get the government out of the way so that people in this country can do what they do best, and that is to invent, to produce new things, to sell those things for the benefit of the American people.
Now, Medicare is a big issue for senior voters in Arizona. Does the selection of Paul Ryan help or hurt Mitt Romney with those senior voters in Arizona?
I don't know that it'll have a specific impact one way or the other, but what it will do, because the Obama people will want to talk about it, is to enable some very good spokesmen on the Republican side, like Paul Ryan, to explain the problem. President Obama himself said in 2009, it's going broke. We have to fix it. What's his plan? He has no plan. Let's put it off until after the election. At least what the Republicans done is to say, let's be honest about this. We won't do anything for people who are 55 or older. Same Medicare program we have. But for the younger Americans, we're going to need to make some reforms or it's not going to be there for them.
Now, immigration is also a big issue for voters in Arizona. Jeb Bush says that Mitt Romney needs to court Hispanic voters and that the GOP needs to have a more conciliatory tone. Do you agree with Jeb, and how does Mitt Romney court Hispanic voters?
Well, I do agree with, Governor Bush had the right tone in talking about very difficult issues. And we do need, as Republicans, to be cognizant of the fact that the audience we're trying to reach here may hear something different than what we're trying to say. And so tone is important and attitude is important. we're a nation of immigrants. We need to acknowledge that. And we're a nation of laws. We need to abide by the laws. So Republicans generally need to focus on getting the laws enforced in the country so that we can be welcoming of all of the immigrants who come here. But the key is secure the border, enforce the law, bring everybody here legally so that everybody can participate in our great economy and our great country.
Senator, does Arizona go red or blue in the presidential election?
Oh, clearly Romney will win. I won't predict by how many points, but I don't think you'll see the Obama campaign playing very much in Arizona.
Now, Arizona's neighboring state, Nevada, has unexpectedly become a swing state. What do you make of that?
Well, that's true. I think on either side of us, and then above us with Colorado, you've got 3 states that are swing: Nevada, Colorado, and New Mexico, all very close. Arizona will be clearly Romney country. Those other states, Governor Romney will be fighting it out with the president, and my guess is we'll win some and potentially lose some, but I'm glad to see the focus on the West.
Last question for you, Senator. Do Republicans win back the Senate in 2012?
I think so, but it's going to be very close, and every one of the races is important, so nobody should take these races for granted and think we haven't won. And if I could just make an appeal, I hope if you're interested in the Senate races, you could play in states other than your own state by supporting the Senate Campaign Committee, if it's okay for me to say that.
Go for it.
All right, thank you very much.
Senator Jon Kyl, thanks so much
You're
for being with
welcome.
us today.
You bet.
And thank you for watching Newsmax TV.